Hello, welcome to Pumpkin Canine Fashions. I have paw-picked my new line of dog beds. Each one delivers bold, stylish looks that make your pup stand out from the pack. With thoughtfully designed apparel and accessories, my people bring personality and flair to every tail wag. Go ahead, treat your pup to one today. Order now at pumpkincaninefashion.com. That's pumpkincaninefashion.com.
Hello, world. This is Talkin Live. Happy New Year.
Now, let's get ready. You are Talkin Live with Lamar Bearden.
Well, welcome back to Talkin Live, and we hope you're going to enjoy the show today. We'd like to wish everybody the greatest Happy New Year they ever had in their life, and we need to thank our God and our Maker that give us this end of the year and opening up a brand new year for us. I mean, tomorrow's, as you know, well, we're doing this recording, but today we're calling it New Year's, and we hope everyone will, enjoy themselves and be safe. Don't get out here and drive drunk. Don't be doing things that will get you in trouble and cause you to lose your life, because we got another whole year of the Lord will that we're going to live, and we're hoping that our economy will do better. Now, I was reading one part of the Treasury Department, like they might drop the interest rates down to somewhere around 3%, and which I'd be glad to see that, and everybody else would too. But we're not going to have a great economy if we don't. I think next year should be lower on diesel fuel. We already got a great price on our gas now, and I think we can thank Donald Trump for that. There's a lot of things we looking at him. We're hoping that he'll do what he says. We got the other party saying, well, he done what he said he'd do. Well, you screwed the party up. You screwed this country up so bad, it takes time to straighten it out. But I want everybody to have a great New Year's. Not think about the bad things, think of good things, give God the credit for every day we breathe, every day we live. You'd find out that thanking the Lord every day for all the things you have and all the times you've been in the past year. I mean, doing things and how He's blessed you, and you have bad times. Yeah, everybody don't have a great year. I know that, but we're hoping that you will, if you had a bad year, will have a great year. And we want everybody to understand that we are here for you to do talk shows or any subject you want to talk about. If you don't like Donald Trump, that's your prerogative. That's your choice. If you want to talk about Donald Trump, you like. We want everybody to realize that Talkin Live is here to stay, if the Lord will. If God changes His mind, it won't be here. But we want you to be here with us this coming year and work with us. We want you to come in and do podcasts. We want you to come in and do shows, and our prices are very, very reasonable. We got a lot of surprises for you in the coming year of what we're going to do in this year of 2026. We're going to have a lot of things going on. We're going to have more items for sale. He's going to have more items on his website. I'm going to have more items. We're going to start giving you free shipping on the ladies and all the ladies wear, the pocketbooks, the backpacks, the dog beds, all the things that we have. We're going to give you free shipping, so when you want to order something, you can get a free shipping. We'd like to thank everyone for supporting us through the past year. Also, we'd like to thank everyone that's been a part of Talkin Live. We'd like to thank you. We're working to get on more cable channels and do more shows and have more programs, have a Western show, talk about Westerns, or talk about country singers, talk about the main show's going to have a gospel shows. We're hoping to have a lot of gospel shows. We have gospel singing every Sunday, cartoons on Saturday. A lot of people, you don't know that, but we're planning a lot of stuff. Nature shows on Saturday at 5 o'clock. They start at 5 o'clock after the cartoons. You got anything to add to that, Jeff? In our plans, what we're going to do.
If they get bored with Thursday night New Year's Eve programming, if it gets to sexual form or whatever, they can tune in to timelessclassicstv.com and watch some old TV shows. And let's see, Thursdays are TV series like Starsky and Hutch, Emergency 51, and that air. And that's a good alternative to that crud that's going to be out there Thursday night.
Yeah, and we hope that people will realize that how things is going in America today, how that we're fighting on each side. We have our enemies within our country that we have to deal with. I was talking to Jeff, the engineer, and I was telling him, we don't have to worry about China, Russia, North Korea, and all these people. We got the people in here in this country right now that would destroy us if they could. They're, having high security up in New York. Well, they don't want the National Guard up there to the gear to weed out the immigrants, the crooks, and all this stuff. But they don't want them up there. But now they want them up there for the party, the New Year's party. They want them up there to protect our citizens up there. Well, and then they'll gripe about taking them out of the country and shipping them back out of the country. Our country is so divided and so much chaos. I mean, just everywhere you look. I mean, murders and all this stuff. Every time I look at my phone, some sick person that's killed some little young girl. Some sick person took a knife and stabbed people. And you talk about get rid of the guns. No, you don't need to get rid of the guns. You need to get rid of the people that are that kind of people. That's what you got to do. To have a good year, we need to get rid of the riffraff, the people that are frauding our government, like in Minnesota. That's what we're going to need to do to be able to have a good year. There ain't going to be no good year as long as we accept and put up with this kind of stuff. Never will America be the same because of one administration or two administrations. We'll never be the same if we don't really get down to business and stick together. And, like Lamar talks about white people. I mean, white people. Well, white people got better sense than some people like her. They got better sense and doing things than she has. She come over here to straighten us out, didn't she? And then we got the Arabs and, we got the Muslims want to come straighten us out. and tell us about a dead God. We got all that stuff coming out the woodwork. And we got American people that know God has turned from God. And when you turn from God, the Bible said, when you turn from God, you forget God, your country will be turned to hell. And that's what America's done. And I'm hoping this new year that all you people out there that watches our show will be a part and stand up for yourself, stand up what's right, not stand up for something like killing babies and stuff like that. And see, that's brought a wrath of God upon us, taking lives of innocent babies. They make a big deal out of some foreigner over here that's illegal, and they want to set them free for murder, and then they turn around and kill babies. It don't make sense, does it? Innocent. See, they're innocent, but these guys ain't. And what kind of a country we're going to have if we keep on letting it go on? There needs to be a price for what you do. The price to pay. There's one to pay with God, but on this earth, you need to have to pay a price too. And when you start raping, killing, stealing, frauding, and all that stuff, then you need to realize that is what's wrong with this country today. And forgetting God, forget to pray, forget to be thankful. So me, myself, I like to be thankful for what I got because I could lose it. That's the problem. People don't have no thankful heart for what they have or what they accumulate. I mean, they get this idea that and I have to say this, but I like Donald Trump, but I don't like the way he is about that. I was talking about Biden and a lot of stuff he done I didn't like. Mostly everything he done I didn't like. And I have to give credit to where credit's due. Where is the credit we can give to someone that opened the borders up, give free food, free everything, and take it off the American people? But these protesters and all these people, we don't need to have that every year. We can't have all this stuff going on. You can't have a country that's going to be worth a crap if there's constantly, like judges always butting into Donald Trump's business, what he's trying to do. It's a shame that you have to battle somebody. You go through an election, you run for president, you care about your country, and you got to fight the federal judges and all them others, people that hate the guy. And this may not be a New Year's thing, but it could be a great year if we'd all come together this coming year in 2026, if we'd all come together and we would stick together. We wouldn't judge one another by color. I mean, see, the race is like, that's what makes me sick about people. A free ride just because somebody's they're being called racist. Get freed because, I just killed 4 or 5 people. Oh, you want me to go to prison? What do you want me to go to prison? You're racist. Or you stole $9 billion from our taxpayers, but you're racist. I mean, your answer for your crooked and dishonest ways is racist every time. Racist. It don't matter what color you are, what race you are. You take something ain't yours and steal it, it has nothing to do with racism. Except your race is a bunch of crooks. I mean, you could say that now. But you can't say just one race is a bunch of crooks. You got to say all races have their way of cheating, lying, stealing, killing, murder, and all that. You can't do it. And that's why we can't have a peaceful country, because we got our democratic communist socialists are trying to destroy our freedom. They can't stand the fact that we are going to try to build our country up. They want it to be Somalia. They want it to be a third world country. They want it to be a communist country. I mean, Mandami, when he gets into office, gets started, he's already got someone that he put in charge of, I forgot what it was, and we're going to have that issue in New York. But, you have terrorists and you have all that stuff in New York, but you don't want nobody to come in and help clean it up. You have all these people in Washington, D.C. and all these different cities, blue cities. It don't have to be blue. It could be a red city. You've got all these criminals doing all these things. And when you want to see something to what you want to see, you need our government's help. And I'm praying, I'm hoping that everything will go fine in New York on New Year's Day, and I'm on the 1st of January. I'm hoping everything's going to go great, and everybody's going to get to enjoy themselves. So America was built on freedom and to enjoy ourselves. Now, this coming year, I'm hoping to talk about politics, talk to maybe country singers, do shows with different people, have people come in, do different shows, and we have one guy's coming in, and he is kind of a gospel show. He used to be a cartel member, and God turned his life, and he turned his life around, and he's wanting to try to make up what he did, try to make it up and be a good citizen, a person that helps others. He's going to come on our show.
I think you kind of worded that wrong. He's not trying to make it up. He's trying to make up for what he did.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I just didn't put it in that.
I just wanted to.
Yeah, he's trying to give back to society something good to try to make up for the bad things he did. That's basically what he's there for. And to talk to people and open their minds up and let, kind of like, Kurt talking about, how that, that our life should be better. We should respect, our God, Jesus Christ. And that's the kind of guy he is. And you watched his show one year, Jay Mendez, you watched his show, and he's really a serious person, and we're looking forward. And then we got LeBron working up in Chattanooga with the homeless people, children, and all this stuff. He's going to be doing some shows. He's heckin'. I'd like to see some people come in here and talk about the way that animals is treated today, and they're not. People need to go to jail for mistreating animals and abusing animals. I like to see some people like that. I like to see some people come in here and talk politics, talk country, talk all kinds of different things. Now, I tried to get Dolly Parton to come over here and do a show 3 times, and of course they was very nice and told me that she was busy. Now I understand that she is kind of under the weather. I don't know her situation. I think she wore herself out by what she does, and shows and appearances and all that. She wore herself out. She forgot she's human, I think, and she has to rest. That's what I understand. I mean, we're looking forward to get some celebrities to do shows. We got a guy in Brazil going to do a show coming up. Let's see, not next week, but the week after next, we're going to do a show with him in Brazil. And I had somebody else that wanted to do a show that sent me an email, and I just can't think of them right now. And I told them they'd be glad for them to do a show. I told them to get back with me after the first year. I think it's a group, some part of the group up in Chattanooga that's working with the kids, try to deter them from doing drugs and doing the things. See, that's what we need to do. We need to be working for our American kids that are next generation, if there is one, the way things are going. I think there will be, but to work with kids to let them know there's a price to pay for what you do wrong. See, that's a problem. In the next year, we need to start teaching our kids, our grandkids and all that stuff, that there's a price to pay. Turn about face. Instead of not fearing God, begin to fear God. When you don't fear God, you're in bad shape. Or when you don't give him credit for what he's done for you in the past year, and give him credit, give him praise for the next year. I'm looking forward to work with you and do more for you. And I know you'll bless me because I do it for your glory. See, we don't have no glory. That's the biggest problem with people with money and power. They think that the glory belongs to them, but they wouldn't have a house to live in. They wouldn't have a big business. They wouldn't have all if it wasn't for the blessings of God. It rains on the wicked just as much as it does the righteous, the Bible said. But I want to see a year coming up that people stand up, testify like that, like Jay does, and tell what God has done for them. Everything we do, every breath we breathe, is from Him. And I'm just trying to get you encouraged to have a better year, have a blessed year, and do more things for others instead of complaining and whining about. See, I don't understand how someone can come from a crap hole like Somalia and come to this country and complain about what they got. I was watching about Lamar. She started out with $65,000. She's worth $35 million now. $350 million. Now, how does somebody come from a crap hole and come over here and get to be a politician and within 4 to 6 years be worth $350 million? Or it was $35 million. I don't remember, but it's a whole lot. When she just draws the false salary, how do you get to that point? And I hope next year that Donald Trump will stand up to all this crooked, stealing us blind as taxpayers. Do you know how much money we could draw for you old people like me? Do you know how much money you could draw in Social Security if there wasn't such a much of giving away of our tax dollars, giving away everything? I just paid $1,500 something on a house that I bought, which is fit for taxes. And if it was paid off, I will always have to pay them taxes. So you never own nothing. But if we quit giving money away and And these politicians would quit wasting our money. We'd draw a big check. And you wouldn't have to tax everybody so bad that they couldn't even survive. You know what? All right, payments on this house is $930, and that'll count the insurance and taxes. It's on a 7% interest. And you have to pay that. Then you pay $100 and something dollars, close to $200 every month. Taxes, $150 at least, something like that. Now, I don't think that we would have to do all that if our politicians didn't waste our money. But I'm going to tell you something. They're going to always do it. They're going to always take the dumb sheep, and they're going to always take them for a ride if you don't stand up to them this coming year.
In defense of local government, I mean, that money includes garbage, recycling, keeping the roads to your place maintained, keeping the water to your place maintained, your police, your rescue. So it's not at the same level as
Well, I know
by the feds.
I know that it goes, but it also goes for foolish investments. The city and the county does too. It's not always for that. I mean, you got 1,000 residents and they're paying $1,500. That's just one house, 2-bedroom house. You got when I had a house over $1 million something dollars, $2 million, it was $7,000-8,000 a year. So you got to pay taxes to buy gas. You got to pay taxes. We get a tax bill for our equipment here. We already bought it, paid it. But I could go on and on. But I want everybody to have a happy new year, and I want to see everybody come to Talkin Live and let's work together for the good of the people and America, and for you too. God bless you.
The views and opinions expressed on all Talkin Live show presentations are those of the host and their guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of the Talkin Live TV broadcast studio, EPB Fiber Optics, or by this network or its management.